Here's number one, you gotta be focused on your why. What is your why? Why do you do what you do? Why do you wake up in the morning? Bakit mo gagawin tong trabaho ito? It has to be very, very clear. You know, when I had my baby 22 years ago, kasi 22 na yung panganay ko, baby pa lang siya, naalala ko mga 6 months, 3 to 6 months, mga ganyan, iyak siya ng iyak. And I did not know why. Alam mo, first time ka naging tatay, you know, I was so worried and I was so concerned. May problema ba? Umiiyak. Sino din ang mga magulang na nakaka-identify? You know, and I remember that. I was holding my baby. You know, yung binigyan mo na ng gatas, iyak pa rin. Kinarga mo na, iyak pa rin. Ano ba yan? Binigyan mo ng aceite de, ano ba yun? Sorry, old-fashioned ako, old-fashioned. Makaluma. No? Wala, iyak pa rin ang iyak. And so this is what I did. This is what I did. It's crazy, I know, but this is what I did. I put my baby in the crib. And then I knelt down. And then I said to my baby, "Baby, tell me what you want. I'll give it to you." Alam mo sagot ng baby? Ganun pa rin. Why did I share you that story? Ask me why. Because I believe the universe right now is kneeling down in front of you. That the universe is kneeling down in front of you and asking that question, what do you want? I'll give it to you. But do you know what most human beings are doing in answering that question? They're doing this. Wow! I want something, I do not know what. Gusto ko, I want something and I'm dreaming for something. Alam ko may kulang sa buhay ko pero hindi ko alam ano. You've got to be clear with what you want. You know, you've got to be the script writer of your life. Because I'm telling you, clarity is power. What do you want in your life? Many, many years ago when I was still single, I remember attending a prayer meeting and the message was from the book of Deuteronomy. It was about God saying that I will give you a choice. Everybody say choice. Choice. Between blessing and curse. And God was saying, choose what you want. And I was there in that prayer meeting and I was saying, ganun kasimple. Akala ko yung blessing at yung curse, nahuhulog na lang galing sa langit, naglalakad ka sa sidewalk, tapos biglang may babagsak sa ulo mo, aray, ano yun? Blessing, thank you. Tapos lakad ka ulit, aray, ano yun? Curse. Akala ko ganun. But then the book of Deuteronomy was saying, no, God is giving you a choice. Blessing or curse. What do you want? What do you want? Blessing! We want blessing. And you've got to be clear with what kind of blessing you want. Anong ginawa ko? After that prayer meeting, I went home and I wrote down every blessing I wanted in my life. Lahat talaga. I was still single, di ba? So I said, I will be the best husband I can ever become and I'll be the best father. Single pa ako nun, sinulat ko na. I wrote all sorts of crazy things. I'll be a best-selling author. Nung sinulat ko, tawang-tawa ako eh. I'll be a best-selling author. You know why? Because when I was in college, I had English 103, essay writing subject. I wrote every essay, gave it to my professor. My professor gave it back to me with a big letter F. Alam mo ibig sabihin ng F? Hindi fantastic. You know, I was not a good writer, but there I was dreaming. I was saying, this is what I want. I want to be a best-selling author. I also wrote down, I want to have a ministry for the poor. It will be on this big, big property. I'll be living with them. I'll be caring for them. Old people walking on the streets, we'll pick them up, we'll put them in a house, we'll feed them, we'll love them, we'll pray with them, we'll care for them. That was my dream. In fact, it was so specific. Everybody say specific. Yung mga pangarap mo, kailangan specific. Kailangan, clarity is power. So I wrote it down. Sinulat ko talaga. I'll be living with the poor, and gusto ko may bahay rin ako kasama nila. Tapos gusto ko, pwede naman konkretong bahay, no? Pero I wanted to have a little nipa hut. And I wrote it down. I want to have a little nipa hut. Pero gusto ko may porch na malaki. And then I needed to stand on that porch. And I wrote it down. And then I look at my right and there was this field, rice field. Tapos sa harap, I wrote it down. I want to have a fish pond. So we could have fish and feed it to the people, our residents. And then gusto ko sa likod may coconut tree. Tanong niyo sa akin, bakit? Wala nang bagay, di ba? Nipa ha, coconut. Sinulat ko, basta may coconut tree sa likod. I remember a few years later, we were able to build that property. We were able to run that ministry. And I remember that beautiful night, that fateful night. The guy in charge of building our houses came up to me and said, Bo, Brother Bo, you can already sleep in your house. Ginawa na namin, tapos na. That's where you can sleep na. Talaga? You know, we tuck all the old people to bed and we said our final prayers and then I went to my nipa and I stood at the porch and I began to cry. Because beside me was the rice field. In front of me was the fish pond. Behind me,
Coconut tree.
A few years ago, they were words on paper. They were just words. But now they were reality. You know how many pages I wrote on that beautiful, beautiful night? 15 pages of everything I wanted to do with my life. Today, many, many years later, 95% of what I wrote down has come true. And what I want you to do right now is, you don't have to write 15 pages. What I want you to do is just to be clear with what you want. And then maybe when you go home, start writing. But what do you want? The universe is kneeling down in front of you and asking that question. Ano ba talaga gusto mo? Ibibigay ko sa iyo eh. You've got to be clear with what you want. We underestimate the power that God has given us to fulfill our dreams. So number one, be very clear with what you want. And there, that